What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the My Player Career Mode. And in today's episode, we are into episode number 28 now. We've got 3 more games for you guys to look at and obviously see if we can score a few more goals in La Liga. From next episode, guys, I'll be doing these as live episodes. It sort of went down better, and I also preferred to do it live. It gives the series a bit of a bit more enjoyable to watch because it means that you're hearing my reactions and obviously what I'm thinking at the time of trying to put the ball in the back of the net and other stuff like that. But it just makes the series a little bit more interesting in my opinion. So they'll be live from next episode. Anything you guys have told me to do would also be done in that episode as well. I just want to mention right now that I am struggling to do this commentary. I do have an extremely bad throat, and hopefully I'll get through the commentary. I'm basically doing hot drinks, lemsip, everything in the works to try and get through this commentary and hopefully do it as well. On top of that, I've had a lot of computer troubles recently, so it means that I'm now struggling to get this episode out. I'm hoping it comes out on Wednesday night. If it doesn't, you'll be seeing it on Thursday, and fingers crossed, actually, that I've managed to get it out on Thursday. I don't quite know what's happening with my computer as of right now. I spent the last 4 hours trying to fix it this is Monday night while I'm recording this. If you watched my Leeds United Career Mode yesterday on Wednesday, if this is up on Thursday, you would have known that I mentioned it in that episode as well, that I was actually having trouble with the computer and stuff like that. So I basically spent most of the time as I got home from what I was doing and stuff like that to basically try and get these episodes out, which is at the end of the day not the best thing that you want to be doing when you're obviously trying to work your way and try and make sure that you're making content and getting 2 videos a day. You know, you have to utilize your time correctly, and if I can't do that because my computer's playing up, then unfortunately it becomes extremely difficult for me to try and do that. But again, I genuinely apologise. Hopefully you guys will understand that it is due to the fact that I'm having a lot of computer troubles. Hopefully you guys will understand that, and hopefully you won't be too disappointed in me. I will make it up to you guys if I haven't managed to get 2 uploads out in this particular Wednesday. If it is coming out on Thursday, I'll try and make it up to you throughout the weekend with a triple upload on one of the days, and hopefully you'll enjoy that instead. So anyways, to talk about the gameplay, we almost went 1-0 up there through a teammate as it was a very good strike, but it was well saved by the goalkeeper. But this has to be one of my most favourite goals I've scored in the entire series. When this went in, I was absolutely ecstatic. It was an unbelievable strike, and on top of that, I just got the ball and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to hit this. I'm just going to run into the box and hit this goalwards. And in the end, it actually went into top bins, and it actually couldn't have gone any closer to the roof of the net before it had actually gone over the bar. I was absolutely over the moon to watch this sail into the bar. This is an absolutely crazy strike. You can see there the keeper got nowhere near it. It was an absolutely wonderful strike and probably our best goal we've scored as of yet. You can see from that angle it looks even better, and it just nestles in that top corner. Top bins, couldn't have been any more closer to hitting the top corner there. And it actually put us 1-0 up in this game, and it was a very, very good goal to get us underway here against Espanyol. 11 minutes in that game as well, very early into the game. But 30 minutes in, we had another chance in the game as it was a very, very poor pass from a teammate into my other teammate as he then brought under control extremely well. Played through, I do believe it was Santamina, and it was a very, very unlucky to not be 2-0 up in this one. A fantastic save by Roberto. You can say, though, it was a poor conversion of the chance there by Santamina, though. He maybe should have squared that or possibly put it in either corner there, but hit it straight at the goalkeeper in the end, and it's a decent save. But into the 75th minute we went, and we did manage to get our second goal. I'm not known for my heading ability, but I rose highest there ahead of the defender to get there, and you can see 5 out of 5 goals from headers. So we've actually scored about 50 or 60 goals now, I think, in our career, and only 5 of them have gone through headed goals. So you can see we're not really known for our aerial ability, but there the defender just couldn't quite read where the cross was going. I read it all the way onto the top of my head and thankfully made it 2-0. So we get ourselves another brace in the season. 2 goals in this one here against Espanyol, and I absolutely love it. I changed my celebration there to the dance. I asked you guys to let me know what you think we should do in terms of editing the pro and stuff. A few guys suggested that I change my celebration, so there's one of the celebrations that I've used. But if you've got any more suggestions of stuff that you want me to see changed, then go ahead and leave them. And of course, I will always take them into consideration and make the changes ASAP as I can in terms of when I obviously record these. Because as I've said in previous episodes, these are bulk recorded, so sometimes I may not do the changes in the episode immediately after the one that you leave it on, but I try to do it as soon as I possibly can. But Espanyol almost got themselves back in this game. A very, very good chance for them to get a goal, but it came back off the post. It's very disappointing for them to see it come back off the woodwork, and it could have quite easily been 2-1 there. But in the 83rd minute, we had a chance for a hat-trick, a lovely pass into me. I thought about squaring it there, but I chose not to in the end because I thought, you know, we're on a hat-trick here. Why not take the strike on? We've already hit one absolutely, crazy strike in this game already, so what's to say we won't hit another one? But this time, Roberto was behind the strike all the way and sent that one out for a corner. Disappointed in the end to not really test the goalkeeper much from that one, but you can see a 90th minute, and that was all the game had in store. 2-0 victory in the end. I do believe there's one more chance in this one, as it did get played into me. Yeah, there is actually one more chance. I tried to dink the goalkeeper, get there ahead of the keeper, but he saves it onto his defender's leg, and it ends up in the back of the net anyways. It wasn't credited to me, which means you won't have a hat-trick. I did celebrate it, but it doesn't go down as my goal. So unfortunately, we don't have that hat-trick that I was looking for. We only get the brace in this one, but a 3-0 victory nonetheless, and 3 points on the board is a very, very good 3 points to take away from this game. And I said to you guys, we are in contention, in my opinion, for the Ballon d'Or. If you've been watching world football right now as of Monday night, you will know that Cristiano Ronaldo has just won the Ballon d'Or in real life, and it looks as if he could win World Player of the Year on our career mode as well. So it could be a double for Ronaldo in terms of that one, but we are definitely in contention, in my opinion. If we're not in contention, and if I'm not named on it, I don't actually know how it works in terms of FIFA, because I don't actually know if there's like a shortlist or anything like that. But if you guys let me know in the comments if you guys know actually what happens in terms of World Player of the Year, or if it just sort of announces the World Player of the Year just there and then. If we're not sort of, in contention for it, and I don't know if I'll be able to tell if we are, I'll be a bit disappointed. I'm expecting at some point during the series to win it, especially when you look at the fact that we've just obviously scored in that World Cup final in the competition that we had at the beginning of this season, and we're in fine goal scoring form here, and it's actually a good season, this one, because we've got Valencia into the Champions League as well. So we've got some Champions League gameplay as well for you in this episode as well. You can see we're taking on Anderlecht, a team we all, of course, know from the Leeds United career mode. If you watch that, you will know that Anderlecht were a team in our group as well. The Belgians, not an easy team to play against by any stretch of the imagination, and they have a very, very solid unit of a team. Very, very physical, very good in the in terms of holding the ball as well. You can see that's the group: PSG, FC Porto, and Anderlecht as well. So Porto as well. Coincidentally, actually, if you're watching the Leeds United career mode, you will know we had Anderlecht in the group. We just knocked out Porto in the first leg, or the first game in the knockout phases, and then we drew PSG. So every single team that we've got in our group in the My Player career mode, we have actually played in our first season of the Champions League in, of course, our Leeds United career mode. So that's pretty weird to see, actually. The fact that we've hit our first season here in the My Player and the first season in the normal career mode, and the fact that we've obviously played in 3 of the teams that we've played in the Leeds United one is pretty weird as well. So hopefully no spoilers. Hopefully you'll have seen that PSG episode coming up. If it's not already out by Wednesday or Thursday, it will definitely be up Friday or Saturday. I have played one of the legs, and I'm yet to play the second leg of that one, so hopefully we'll get through in that one. But the first chance here fell to Anderlecht, as it came to, I think, what's his name? Is it I don't actually know how you say his name. Is it Okpiam? Yeah, I've just butchered it, so I'm not even going to try. But a fantastic strike, only just going wide in this one. I have to say, this game was tough, man. I was expecting this to be on. It's actually Badgie with the strike, but it was a tough game. And to credit Anderlecht, they really did keep me quiet for the majority of the game, apart from now, when I got into a great position, cut the ball back, and sent a curler goalwards, and I was thinking, surely 1-0. Goalkeeper beaten, the woodwork rattled, and I couldn't quite believe that we weren't leading the game from that one. An absolutely wonderful effort at goal, but unfortunately the woodwork denied me the opener in this game. And into the 67th minute we went, an absolutely wonderful chance to go 1-0 up in the game again. I sent through the teammate, 1-on-1 with the keeper. He goes to the near post, and a fantastic save from the Anderlecht goalkeeper keeps the score at 0-0. It was all us as well in the second half, applying pressure. I sent one goalwards again, this time though just wide of that post that we in fact hit it when we did hit the woodwork in this one. So we should really have been winning this game. Anderlecht had that early chance there with Badgie, but was unable to convert that one. And since then, it was all us in this game, but we also were unable to convert any of our chances. The woodwork denied us the opportunity to get off to the perfect start in the Champions League, meaning we have a 0-0 draw and a point in this group. And it's going to be a tough group as well, because in my opinion, no disrespect to Anderlecht, they are probably the easiest game we're going to have in that group. PSG are tough, Porto are tough, Anderlecht are tough, but in terms of all 3 of them, I would much rather be playing against Anderlecht than I would against PSG or Porto for that matter. But maybe, who knows, a different game. You can see PSG and Porto also drawing their game as well by a goal apiece. So it means that obviously all 4 of us on a point at the moment, and obviously those 2 are out on top due to the fact that they've scored a goal. But it's interesting because, of course, we're still 5 games to go in the Champions League, and then with the fact of PSG and Porto drawing their games, that Anderlecht point, yes, it's bad for us, but at the same time, they've drawn as well. So all we need to do is go and beat the next team in the Champions League group stage, and we have a real chance there of continuing our form in that one. But you can see here, Atletico Madrid are the team we play in this one, so an absolute cracker of games up for you. We have a Champions League game, and this one here against Atletico Madrid. We are sat top of the league at the moment with 3 games played and 3 victories. I think I've scored pretty much 70% of our team's goals this season, which is incredible. Aubameyang and Gamero lead the line today for Atletico Madrid. They have such a good side here at Atletico Madrid. Obviously, you losing Griezmann out to Man United, I do believe, but they still have an incredible team. Of course, we played against them last year. We all know what they're capable of doing, but at the same time, they must know what we are capable of doing. With me leading the line today with Nani and Santamina. The normal front three out on this one. Gil in behind. It was Danny Pereiro and Medran just behind him. And I have to say, this game was incredible to play and to watch, you know, because obviously when you're playing My Player, you only control yourself, which is a bit sort of, you know, spending a lot of time ball watching if nothing's coming your way. And this game was an incredible game for the majority of it. And I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed playing this one. Aubameyang there, you can see him getting ready to kick off here. Atletico Madrid. Aubameyang is so good in this game as well, guys. If you've ever used him on Ultimate Team, he's incredible. Unfortunately, though, I can't quite afford him. I have tried out his loan card, and I have, you know, used him in the draft before, and he's absolutely immense. But first chance of this one, 15 minutes into the game, fell our way. An absolute thunderbolt of a strike there from myself, trying to test the goalkeeper's palms, and he was equal to it inside the first 15 minutes. A lovely curling effort, and it's a very good stop in the end, and it comes into the second half now before anything else really happened. I asked for the through ball to be played. I get it played. Fantastic space for me to try and take the strike on, and somehow I ended up missing it. I don't have an idea as to why I didn't put that in either corner and send it straight pretty much to the goalkeeper. It was poor from me in the end. From the resulting corner, it's going to come in. I do believe I asked for it short. I get it short here. Play onto the edge of the area where a teammate is waiting. I decided to actually call for it back, I do believe, in a second coming up here. It goes down the right hand side, it gets crossed in the box. Eventually, I end up making the run into the area. Comes down, it's not cleared very well in the end by Atletico Madrid as they give us the ball straight back. Another cross comes in eventually, as it does in fact eventually come back to us. I did say I asked for it back here. I get it played back. Play out wide here to the man on the left. It's such a long highlight, this one, but that's because so much stuff happens in it. Fantastic save again, and then I end up, you know, going into the box, waiting for the ball to fall down to me. It comes in again. You can just see the ball's pinging about, and we're just trying to create anything we can, really. The ball eventually does come into me, and I end up winning a penalty kick here. I'm not sure what it was for, but to end that incredibly long highlight and me talking for like 5 minutes straight, pretty much, you know, just of me going on in five minutes in game time. I mean, obviously in real life, but why that penalty's given, I'm not too sure, you know, and I don't believe it's a penalty. But of course, 65 minutes in, we all know how many penalties we've missed this season. Are we going to miss another one? Of course we are not. We're in fine goal scoring form. We step up in front of the home crowd for Atletico Madrid, in front of the Atletico Madrid fans. Obviously, we are the away team. Step up and hold our nerve to make it 1-0 by sending that ball into the right-hand side of the goal. Keeper didn't move, and we, of course, went 1-0 in the lead in this one. A fantastic penalty in the end. Held my nerve until the last penalty, or until the last kick of the ball. I tried to watch the goalkeeper. He didn't move, and I was just hoping he wouldn't move to either side. But into the 81st minute we went, and all of a sudden, Atletico Madrid started a fight back. They wanted something out of this game. The fans urged them on to try and get something. Koke with the original ball. A fantastic header. Only just heading over the bar, though, from that one, from the Madrid man. But it's still not done there because Atletico Madrid really did apply a lot of pressure in the back end of this game. You can see how close that was there. That header to only just going over the bar, thankfully for us. And that was so close to equalising the goal, or game up at 1-1, sorry. But 90th minute called, and you can guess what's about to happen. Koke with another corner here. Puts it into an area, says, get your noggin on that one. And it was one. A fantastic stop, though, from Diego Alves. Keeps the score at 1-0 here. But it's another corner for Atletico Madrid. And they're going to just keep applying pressure, as of course, they don't have too long left in the game now. And surely when they obviously do give us the ball back here, it's going to be the referee's whistle. Off the bar this time, though. Another fantastic header goalwards, and this time it rattles the woodwork as Diego Alves was beaten from that one. I was so gutted to throw this lead away if it was in fact going to happen like that. But we actually got through it, and there was no goalkeeper in the net there, and I was absolutely gutted when the referee blew his whistle, because I was thinking we can get ourselves another goal in this game, and we thoroughly deserved it. And I couldn't believe the referee had blown his whistle when I was through on goal. You know, it's a clear goal scoring opportunity. He obviously felt as though that Atletico Madrid would have been hard done by to lose the game by 2-0. Almost getting back into it there late on with the header rattling the crossbar, and it would have been a 1-1. But we held our nerve from the spot and managed to pick up another victory for the Valencia crew, and of course move on unbeaten in the league, and still unbeaten in the Champions League as well after one game, of course. But that's going to wrap up the episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Again, if this isn't out on Wednesday, I apologise. If it's out on Thursday, there's nothing I can do. I genuinely do apologise. And again, if the commentary's not been up to standard, it's genuinely down to my throat. My throat is absolutely killing me right now. I have no idea what it is, but hopefully it'll sort itself out. And hopefully, again, my computer will sort itself out. But fingers crossed you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, smash that like button. And of course, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you never want to miss an upload, I upload at 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock UK time. If there's no troubles with the computer, of course. And hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. I have been Danny, and I'm out. Adios.